Hello Magali.
Hello.
So what are you going to prepare for us today?
Today we are going to bake French baguettes. You will need 4 ingredients to do that. It's very simple. You will need water, white flour, yeast, and some salt. An additional thing you might want to have is a baguette pan, which makes it easier to bake nice baguettes. And now we are going to put 2 cups of water, two teaspoons of salt, and we are going to mix until the salt is fully dissolved in the water. So when the salt is fully dissolved in the water, we can add the yeast, sprinkle the yeast, and again fully dissolve the yeast in the water. This is how it should look like when everything is fully dissolved. So now we are going to put the flour in the liquid. So 1 cup first, and then I mixed with the handle of a spoon. So it's really light mixing, just wetting the flour basically. Don't worry if you see lumps, it's just fine. And I will prepare my 4th cup, but I will just add it a little bit at a time. Because depending on the brand of flour you have, it may get wet differently, so you might need a bit more or a bit less of flour, so you have to look at the aspect of your dough. So your dough will remain very wet and sticky, and it's perfectly normal. It's how it should look like. Okay, so this is good now. So now I will put my dough on the mat, and we are going to wrap the dough. So I will put flour on my fingers and poke holes in the dough. Then I flip it. I poke holes again. I flip it the other way. And again. And I will do this a few times, 4, 5, 6 times, until it has a nice consistency. Basically that I feel that I can lift it and put it back in the bowl. Okay, I think it's ready now. Now I'm going to put my dough in the bowl to let it rise for a few hours. So you can see that it's still very sticky. So I put it in the bowl. One more time I will poke holes in the dough. This. And I'm going to cover the bowl with a wet towel. And I will let it stand for 3 to 4 hours until the dough has doubled in volume. Here is the dough after 4 hours of rising time. So now I'm going to transfer it on the mat, and I'm going to shape it into baguettes. So I'm going to cut it in 4 equal parts so that we can make 4 baguettes. Now I'm going to take my dough and shape it in the shape of a baguette. Just stretch basically. And I'll put some more flour so that it doesn't get sticky. And then when it gets a nice shape of a baguette, I put it on my pan. Now I'm going to cut the dough. And I'm going to do this, as you can see, with scissors, because it makes it very easy, but you can use as well a sharp blade. Now the oven has been preheated to 420 Fahrenheit, so approximately 220 Celsius. I have put a dish with water inside so that there is humidity inside. And just before putting the baguettes in the oven, I'm going to sprinkle water to create even more humidity. And this is what is going to make the crust very crusty. And now I'm going to bake the bread for 25 minutes. And you just have to keep a close look and see if, depending on your oven, if it looks like it's ready after 20-25 minutes. And here come the baguettes. Ready to eat, very nice, crusty. It's so good. So now it's your turn.
Thank you, Magali.